Hello, my name is Salazar Seratos. I'm a trans man. It is currently 8:08 on April 26th of the 23rd. Now, I did a publish yesterday on my first video, uh, just trying to jump on the edge of what I was really meaning to go about, what I wanted to speak about, how I was feeling, and just anything that really comes to our mind. Now, there was this one video I have heard, and it really made it understanding to certain things when you talk about what what it's not specifically facts on, but your own knowledge. And honestly, the way he said it was kind of cool and amazing was because of the fact that whenever you're connecting with someone, not face to face, but mentally, spiritually, and understanding the the vibe that is there and positivity, and when you're just conversating, it's like there's a certain way where your own intelligence can't really kick in to be your own knowledge because it's like you're teaching someone else that knowledge of yours, and there's no honestly no answer. But if I were to think about it, it's probably because we don't want to put that assumption on someone else because everyone's gonna have their different opinions in different ways, and it's still gonna make sense. It's only the our tongue of language that really connects with other people out there. So personally, when I was on that run this morning and I was listening, um, it was very, very, very amazing. Um, I had just did a vintage recording on the camera that I gotten myself to be able to do this vlog of recording or just speaking. But it turns out it had other plans for me. I recorded it around my home, vintage. It brought out the perfect beautifulness of what it glorifies as it is, what it glorifies as it is. But anyways, I just thought that was kind of cool. Um, yeah, man, and I started reading the not started reading the Bible, but I just got my own sense of what it is and what I had to think about. And for some people that know the Bible and know how to read it, they got from they started from a very square box that they had to leap forward to the next box. That's a bad interpretation of like that's a bad doesn't feel right. A box, no. Anyways, I don't want to spend too time thinking about it, but you get what my meaning of what I'm trying to say. Um, what's kind of crazy that I read the Bible, but I just really I read it, but it doesn't feel like I'm really connecting to Christ Himself. And when you're reading the Bible, I feel like there's certain phases in your life that start to actually take more discipline. At first, it's praying. I pray. Then you guys start remembering about God. You start remembering, start talking to Him. Then you have to start being grateful for things. And then when you get through that kind of stuff, like the small things to really boost your joy that He satisfies you with, it's like now you have to start being disciplined and actually wanting your whole entire soul to be in Christ, giving your life to Christ. Because at the end of the day, we're not controlling our life. We're accepting what life throws at us, and it's God steering the wheel. So we just have to let God trust in God because He's the truth. He is the way. You know. Um, and when I'm learning about this, I never really thought about the fact that what you have to do. It says, "What do I do when I read?" When you're reading, it says you have to observe steps. What do I see? The setting, specific word, the tags, the terms, adjectives, connections, and tension of verbs. Tensions of verbs. Now, I don't know about you, but me in my elementary years, I was never perfect at plural, nouns, adjectives, verbs, singularities. I was never really good at that, and I was just so surprised how I was able even to even get out of ELD. Either way, I made it through that year and I graduated high school. But I'm happy because for a moment in my life, I actually want to learn those little steps again. It may make yourself small. It may make myself seem small, but the inner child in me wants to relearn again. And I don't think it's a bad thing because I had the exact same feeling for math division. There was only one subject in math that I really liked. I can't remember. It wasn't division, but that was just the easy steps the way that math went. Anyways, besides all that other stuff, um, settings, who, what, when, where, why, the purpose, the location, the time expression, the location, the time expression, location, and character. You know, so when I'm reading, I had to really take consideration of what I'm reading about. You know, I got my other book right here, just a folder, a binder to really write down the verses and the what do you call those? I don't know what you call those. It says Matthew 2:19, that kind of example, you know. And I saw that on the video on shorts, and I just thought that was very helpful. But the fact, if I want to learn verses to be connected to God, to feel His presence, and to actually just be within my whole body form, to know that I'm really having a relationship with God, you know? And I just think, for starters, for ones that don't read the Bible, for ones that pray, that do pray, but just don't feel different, take that next step, and I promise you that moment is going to be like, you're filling yourself with that joy because you're like giving yourself that satisfaction for a moment, knowing this is what I want to do. But then God comes in and pushes you to do it, and He gives you that satisfaction in your joy. So either way, you have your satisfaction because you did something for yourself, and you have God's satisfaction, and that's honestly beautiful, man. I know nothing about this, nothing. I read it, but I don't understand it. I don't do applications. How can I apply this in my life? But yeah, man. So my name is Salazar Saratos. I'm a trans man. This is a start for something new that I want to create because I don't want to be home just to focus on what I need to do. I want to be home to focus what I want to do and how I'm gonna do it in front of you. So yeah, man. So there's a lot of reasons why I'm doing this, man. A lot of people want to be healthier. A lot of people want to heal. A lot of people want clarity, answers, a soulmate. Anyways, but I do hope you have a grateful day. I'm trying to make these videos as short as possible so I could at least give myself that comfort. I hope you have a blissful day.